A small cap epicenter in AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press release out of the small cap space every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great small cap investor. It's Monday, December the 20th. Despite the fact that we're a few days away from Christmas, I've got three unbelievable pieces of news coming out of the resources space. Africa, China, Canada, we got it all. Let's start you off first with Hana Mining, trades on the Venture Exchange under HMG, and for our friends in Germany under the stock symbol 4LH. They announced indicated resources on their project, 762 million pounds of copper, 16.1 million ounces of silver, and inferred resource of 5.6 billion pounds of copper and 85.4 million ounces of silver. There's an updated 43101 compliant independent resource estimate that has significantly increased the size of the Banana Zone and the Chalcocite Zone on their copper-silver project in Botswana. The numbers speak for themselves here. There's a lot of other news in this press release here. They've got the different grades and cutoffs. They've got all the data. But this is the number, the headline number that you need to know. Hana Mining, I think, is one of those companies just beginning. It's a former client of AGORACOM. Closed on Friday, 5:45. Listen to this, 52-week low, 85 cents. A lot of happy shareholders there. 52-week high, 568. So right there, congratulations to Merrick and his entire team over at Hana Mining. Next up, Avanti Mining trades on the Venture under AVT. They announced that their Kitsalt net present value has increased to $798 million after tax. This is in the final feasibility study. So this is news out of Canada that we're talking about. The company says these are results from an NI 431 feasibility study. Love that. It separates the wheat from the chaff in this industry, and we're continuing trying to find these kinds of companies. It's at their Kitsalt Moly property in northwestern British Columbia. Here's some of the highlights. Base case after-tax net present value, as I said, $798 million. Internal rate of return, 26.8%. That's really high. Undiscounted net cash flow, very important. Undiscounted net cash rate after tax, $2 billion. Cash operating costs, they're figuring you're going to come in about $4.76 per pound of moly. That's important because they're expecting average annual price of moly for the base case scenario over the mine of life to be between $13.75 a pound and $18.25 a pound for moly. So they got some good numbers there. Annual metal production, they're expecting over the mine of life is to average out at 23.4 million pounds of moly, though in the first 5 years expecting to be as high as 29.5 million pounds, of moly. Initial capital cost, $770 million. So now that's going to present a challenge to the company because they closed yesterday, on Friday, 30 cents. They're going to have to get that they're going to have to raise that money. Doing it through equity obviously is going to create significant dilution. So look for, even though they've derived this assuming 100% equity funding, I think they're going to have to mix up some equity and debt, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more debt than equity. However, don't count on me. Do your own due diligence. This property includes 3 known moly deposits. Kitsalt is just one of them, and it was a producer of moly between 1967 and 72 and 1981 to 82, where it produced cumulatively 31 million pounds. So this is this is proven, and it's also within an established infrastructure. You got power grid, utility, road, and ocean access. So winning combination all the way around. Closed on Friday, 30 cents. 52-week high, 35. So they're right there. 52-week low, 9 cents. So significant improvement. Congratulations to Craig Nelson and his team. Again, great results. I love what we've come up with on AGORACOM TV today. And finally, let's talk about China. WSP Holdings Limited, New York Stock Exchange company, WH. They closed on Friday at $1.04. So we're talking about a company that's well within the strike point of most AGORACOM people that are watching, most AGORACOM investors that are watching. They announced that they won a $91.8 million in new orders from Venezuela's state-owned oil company. So what does WSP do? First of all, they're a Chinese manufacturer of seamless casing, tubing, and drill pipes used in oil and natural gas exploration and extraction. They got this order from their wholly owned subsidiary. This is from their wholly owned subsidiary. It's 26 new purchase orders from PDVSA out of Venezuela. And as the headline says, this is the Venezuela state-owned oil company. Big order here. 36,600 tons of casing pipe, 11,300 tons of tubing, 6,300 tons of line pipe. Total order $91.8 million. And what I also like about this, is they're going to complete delivery of these orders by February 2011. So this is going to be really quick. I would have thought when I initially read this headline that you talk about a year or so to perform on this contract. A couple of months, that sounds great. This also is a follow-on order that they received from PDVSA in May 2010. So that's great. So you're talking about PDVSA was happy back in May 2010. They're re-upping and reordering. Always a great sign. A little bit more about the company. The products are used in China's major oil fields. And as you can tell from this press release, they're also exported to oil-producing regions throughout the world. Closed on Friday at $1.04. Now, one point of concern is their 52-week high is $3.49. Their 52-week low is $1. So they're essentially right at the 52-week low. You're going to have to do some due diligence to find out if there's some other negative events to the company that would preclude this press release from really having an impact on its future growth. But always concerned when I see company trading as 52-week low and off by a significant portion there. That's a wrap. As always, quality over quantity. I hope those are early Christmas presents for all of you. All three companies, in my opinion, are worth doing some due diligence in right now, especially as things are slow. Take a look at these companies, see if they're suitable for your portfolio. If you're watching this on Global Investor and you want to find more companies, and take a look either below me or to the left of me, depending on what page you're on, to discover the companies we reported on over the past few days. If you're not on AGORACOM, get there to the front page. 3 things to do. Watch the show on a daily basis, or if you can't find the time to get here every morning, then watch it through our syndication partners on YouTube, iTunes, Yahoo Video, whatever's convenient for you. 2, take a look at the best press releases out of all small cap industries over the past several days. And finally, get yourself into the directory. Take a look at all the great companies that are there that you can go in and chat about with fellow investors, other investors, and even management teams of companies that we're representing. That's a wrap. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.